Yeah, I'm really excited. Just a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I mean, it's just really just kind of surreal just to be at this point, but definitely blessed and really excited for the opportunity to get to do this with this group of guys.
Matt Wilson was saying yesterday of Alabama making the linebackers
Mhm.
those who try to disguise coverage and make you fear a little bit of what they do. Have you ever been afraid in a football game before?
No, and I feel like that's what teams have tried to do all year, and I feel like if we just do what we've been doing and we prepare the right way, everything will be fine. But I mean, yeah, they're a great team. They have a great defense like always. But I mean, in a national championship game, obviously the teams are going to be good. So I know they're going to have some stuff, and they're going to prepare well, but we'll be ready.
Has there ever been a situation in your life where you haven't felt confident and cool and collected? Is there, like, you missed a belt buckle and gone to school and been like, oh, crap, I'm an idiot? Like, has there ever been a moment like that?
I mean, yeah, there's been a lot of moments like that, but I mean, just on the field, I feel like I'm always, pretty confident, especially just, ever since I've been here and even in high school. I've always played with good teams and had good players around me, so that's helped. That helps confidence a lot when you got other players around you.
Is there anything about what you've accomplished this year you surprised yourself? I know you're a confident guy, but you maybe surprised yourself in some ways.
Not really. I mean, I think, like I said, it's just kind of surreal just to be in this situation. 14-0, about to play in the national championship. I think that's just kind of crazy to think about everything we've gone through and think back to the beginning of the season to now. That's pretty crazy, but I don't think anything that we've done or that I've done has surprised me.
Back in August, did you fully expect that you guys would be in the national championship game and you would be the starting quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really know how everything would turn out. I guess I knew we had a good enough team, and I knew that was one of our goals, and like I said, that we were good enough to do it. But I didn't know as far as August went. I was just still competing. I wasn't sure. I was just taking it one week at a time. But no, it's awesome to be in this situation.
Trevor, when you think of Alabama or Clemson, four times that you guys have faced off now, what's the first thing that sticks out?
First thing is I remember watching both of the. I mean, I watched all three games, but the first two national championships, those were really good games. So I'd say those two games really stick out first thing I think about when I think about this game. No, I haven't. They're getting ready for the playoffs and all that, but no, I haven't talked to them. So.
Trevor, last year, the national championship ended with two true freshman quarterbacks. Do you remember watching that game? And where were you watching that game? And do you think that a year from now that could be you in that same exact position as a true freshman in the national championship?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I didn't even think about really, like, I thought about, because I was actually here. I just got on campus, so I was in my dorm with some of the guys watching the game, and it was cool seeing how everything kind of happened. It was an awesome game, obviously, but no, I mean, I wasn't really even thinking, honestly, like, oh, that could be me maybe. Like I said before, like when I was at the Army game and I watched, Clemson play Alabama in the semifinal, I was thinking, like, yeah, that'd be awesome if that was me. But then, obviously since Clemson was out, and then seeing those two teams play, I was just watching it, kind of amazed at how it ended up. But yeah, I was here watching it with some of the guys.
Even this early in your career, are you in any way at all kind of feel like you're chasing Deshaun and what he accomplished here at all?
No, I mean, I wanna write my own story. I don't wanna. I'm not chasing really anything he did as far as that. I mean, obviously, I want to win a national championship like he did, and hopefully more than one. But as far as chasing what he did, I want to make my own path and be my own person. I'm not really chasing anything that he did necessarily, but he's definitely a good guy to look up to, and was really successful.
Do you think some of the see this as a rivalry now? Four great times facing all the
Yeah, I mean, kinda. I mean, like you said, 4 years in a row. It's definitely, this game means a lot, and it's always been in the postseason. So, but it's just, it doesn't really matter who we're playing. It's the national championship. It's the last game. We just want to leave everything out there, and because we only got one more week. So, we're really excited for it.
I think that some of the confidence that you have in environments like this comes from the fact that you just sort of always set these goals for yourself, so it's not like a surprise that you're here now, that this is sort of the, I don't know if you'd say expectation, but it's where you had envisioned yourself at one point or another.
Yeah, I think that's important, just to have a vision and something to go for, and so you don't get in a situation and you're like, how did I get here? So I think that's been a big thing to me, is just setting goals and having big dreams, and that's helped a lot.
Trevor, it seems like gradually the last few games of the season that you've been more a part of the running game. Is that something that you've really conscientiously tried to work into the offense?
I think that's just kind of, as I progressed through the year, that's just something I've gotten better at and gotten more comfortable doing. So I think that's just kind of been a result of just getting more comfortable and feeling more confident in that.
What makes this defense so challenging?
I mean, a lot of things. They have a really good front, really strong up front. They always have a good D line, and obviously their backers are good. They're physical, big guys that can run. And then in the secondary, they got 2 really good safeties and also 2 really good corners. So I mean, it's just, all around the field they have great players, and it's going to be a challenge. But like I said, we're going to prepare and we'll be ready. But yeah, they present a good challenge, and they're a great defense.
How did all the awareness of your high school career and recruiting and all that, it was hysteria around you all the time as a high school player. How did that prepare you for a stage like last week and certainly this week?
Yeah, I think just being kind of in that spotlight since I was a sophomore or junior has, just kind of prepared me up to this point. It's not really a surprise, doing like interviews and all that kind of stuff. This is definitely a bigger stage and more, and obviously more people, but still I kind of got introduced to that stuff early, and it's kind of helped me get prepared for things like this.
Is there anything in the world that makes you change your tone, your demeanor? Like, seriously, man, like what is it that allows you to be so calm all the time?
I don't know. I just, I was just born that way, and God really did give me, I think, a gift in that, and just, being poised and just having the same demeanor. But yeah, it was funny. I was talking to my girlfriend yesterday, and she was like, you should sound excited sometimes, when you're talking to people. And I was just like, it's just kind of how I am. But no, it's just blessed with that. So.
Was there in some ways just the first 4 weeks of the season and maybe even before that when all of the discussion of who's going to be the quarterback and how is that going to be handled, is that almost more uncomfortable for you or more difficult for you than the actual going out on the field and playing this year?
Yeah, I would say in a lot of ways, just because I like to have good relationships with all my teammates, and we still do, and we kept that. But that was definitely a challenge, it was just a weird situation, an older guy that has built relationships with these guys for 4 years, and a great dude, just kind of a weird situation, us competing. And then whenever I got the starting position, it was just, it was definitely just different. So we had to kind of get through that, and I think that was more uncomfortable than anything on the field this year.
Was it something that you specifically tried to behave a certain way to kind of not necessarily take, say like, hey, I'm going to be the guy, pay attention to me, but make sure that your teammates understood and respected that situation and respected how you handled it, and then in turn, how did their response matter to you after you won the job?
I think it was, like I've said before, just earning respect and coming in and not really, coming in as a freshman, you don't want to be too vocal kind of in ways. You just kind of want to, come in and work and just put your head down and go to work. So that's just kind of what I did, and then, earn respect, and then eventually earn more playing time, and then just prove to guys that you can play and that you're reliable through just all the off-season training and stuff, just being accountable. And I think all that stuff plays in, and then just, like I said, just gaining their trust and earning their respect, helped all those guys get behind me.
In terms of the speed that you're going to see out of their defense, it seems like it's going to be more than you've seen this year. Is that an obvious way to look at it?
Yeah, they're really good. I think you can't really mimic the speed and their physicality, except for going against our defense, our starting defense. So I think just they're a great defense, but our defense is pretty good too, and we've had to go against them a lot just through preseason and spring and also through the season. So we're going to prepare, and obviously they're a great defense and they're a great team all around. But
You take on the mindset though that perhaps maybe you need to get rid of the ball faster in this kind of game than maybe you have all year long. Is that kind of the mindset you need to try and stand?
I think I have a pretty good feel just for when to get rid of the ball and how much time I have, and it's not, and throughout the game it changes. Certain plays you have more time, certain plays you don't. Just depending on what they do defensively. So that'll be kind of a game time adjustment just to kind of see what they're doing and what they're trying to do to try to affect me. Just trying to see what they're doing and adjust to that.
You've had the ability, though. You mentioned you have the gift to be calm. That you think you have a God-given gift to be calm. Have you thought to yourself what it's going to be like though once you step out there for the first snap on Monday night in terms of this being maybe a different kind of animal than you've taken on so far?
I mean, not really. The fact that it's a national championship, like that's a huge deal, obviously, but it's not going to be any bigger of a stage, I don't think, than playing in AT&T Stadium in Dallas. So it's just, I think we're ready. I think I'm ready, and it's just football at the end of the day. So just trying to play our best and get ready.
I'm sure you're expecting them to throw some things at you defensively that you haven't seen before, try to catch you off guard. And it won't be the first time that's happened this season. Has that been the biggest area of growth for you as a quarterback, just being able to react and adjust to that sort of thing?
Yeah, it's just every week people are going to try to make a game plan for you, and they change it every week just based on who they're playing. So I think the biggest thing is just making adjustments, and we've done a good job of that. Like you see last week, started the game doing some things, and then you have to make adjustments based on what the other team's doing. So that's just really important in any game.
Have you ever been to California, Trevor?
Yeah, I've been a few times. I've been to just camps. I've been to LA and San Diego. So yeah.
How cool has it been for you just to be able to experience it and play in these NFL stadiums like the other day and then again next week?
It's awesome. Last week was crazy. Just playing in AT&T Stadium and getting to practice out there all week was really awesome, and it was a cool atmosphere. So I'm excited for this one. It'll be obviously outside, but being California, so hopefully it'll be a little bit warm, but it'll be cool.
Do you think about the wind out there at all? The Bay Area can be pretty windy. Does that affect how you throw the ball at all?
No, I'm really not worried about. We'll see when we get out there. Kind of maybe make adjustments if we need to, but I think I'm not really worried about that. We should be fine.
Trevor, just a lot of these guys come from the program have played for national champions. This is new for you. You haven't experienced it. Wow, the guys have. What's it like for you to be experiencing this for the first time? Making sure you making sure that you're making the most of what might be once have it is.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is just kind of realizing the opportunity and making the most of it. Like you said, we don't want to leave any stone unturned, and we really just, we got one more week, so we want to leave everything out there and make sure we prepare as well as we can.
Tell me about this explosive plays. What that means, the ability to call plays for success. 33 plays between yards.
Yeah.
And know that you get so many guys and have so much explosive.
Yeah, it's just whenever you can have explosive plays, it's huge. Because at any moment you can break off a 40, 50-yard play. So that's just, you don't really have to talk about how important that is, but just the guys have been making unbelievable plays all year, and this game doesn't change anything. We still just got to do what we've been doing to get to this point.
The last time have you had conversations with him over the course of the year, and maybe even in the last couple of days leading up to this game?
We've talked earlier in the year, but not recently.
What were those conversations?
Yeah.
What kind of things that help you with that you've been able to implement in your game?
We just talked a little bit before the South Carolina game. He just really encouraged me, and we just chatted a little bit about that rivalry and just kind of talked. But it wasn't necessarily certain things that he was giving me advice on, just encouraging me.
Tell me a little bit about the conversation. First of all, you call Peyton Manning, he doesn't answer, and then you get a call back. Is that how it works?
Yes, yeah. We have a guy on staff, Woody McCorvey, so he knows Peyton, and I got his number from him, and then called him, and he didn't answer, so he called me back the next day, and we had a good conversation and just talked about a lot of things, so it was good.
What is it like to actually have a conversation with a guy that you in a lot of ways idolize and one that you like in your career? Like, what was it like to actually have those conversations, and what kind of things did you wake up?
Just really cool just to kind of hear what he had to say, and ask him some different questions on how he handled things, and just it was cool. And obviously he's going to give some good advice. Just he's been through it all, done it all, so definitely a cool conversation.
How do you do things that really stand out from that conversation? I can figure this down. This helps me. Is there something that stands out?
There's a lot of things. It was a good conversation. Yeah, we talked about a lot of things, but yeah, yeah, we'll just keep that to myself. Yeah, it wasn't anything crazy, but yeah, just keep it private.
How do you keep this process normal? How do you normalize the process of this game?
I mean, because it's pretty normal. It's as normal as you can get, just as far as a game week. You know, you don't have as 3-4 weeks like the Cotton Bowl to prepare for it. So it's just we're kind of back to our normal routine as far as just having a week to get ready. So I mean, we're just gonna do what we always do, prepare the same way.
A bowl game requires spending a lot of emotional capital, the time off and the preparation time. How do you flush that or make sure that that's flushed by the time you guys get back on the field and make sure that you guys keep that edge?
Just making sure everyone's taking care of themselves, not just their body, but also like mentally, just getting sleep and resting and really getting ready to play our best game up to this point.
Last week I asked you what keeps you so calm. You said it was all about your childhood. I asked T the same question. He said it was the hair. How much of that is just kind of more just the calm demeanor with you?
I don't think that does much for me, but that's funny though.
He was saying guys try to steal your shampoo.
Yeah, well, everyone always asks me for some, but they ask me for some soap, and I'm like, oh, it's shampoo. And they're like, I don't need that. They want the other soap, so, but no, that's funny.
Are we at liberty to know what kind of shampoo it is, or is that just something you're waiting on an endorsement deal for?
No, Pantene, that's what I use, yeah.
Trevor, with or without Dexter Lawrence, would you like to see that bridge package still be something you guys can do?
Yeah, I mean, it's something we still have, and we made some adjustments, and we'll be ready for whatever situation we need to, if we need to use that or whatever it may be. So yeah, we'll be ready.
Trevor, have you ever caught yourself thinking these last couple of days, this is crazy? I mean, this is playing out exactly how I thought it was going to play out a year ago when you showed up here at Clemson.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important. I took a little bit of time after the Cotton Bowl to kind of reflect and think, like, wow, this is about to play a national championship next week. So, but I think now it's to the point where you kind of put that off for a minute and just go to work and get ready to play this last game. And then, after that game, you can sit back and think about the year and how everything went down, and really just think about everything that happened. So, but right now we're just trying to get ready.
What have your teammates told you about playing Alabama?
I mean, everyone knows they're a great team, and kind of how the last 3 years, we played each other, and they've been good games, and it's just always kind of been back and forth. So I think for a game like this, you just gotta, you just gotta have an edge, physically, mentally, some way, because as far as like the playing field is so even, because they're such good teams. So I think it's just, coming out there mentally ready, and obviously, they're a great team physically, and they got a lot of speed everywhere. So I think it's just, coming out ready mentally would be important.
Do you allow yourself to think about what a national championship would mean for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's important to think about, just kind of, because that's a goal, obviously, and that would mean a lot. That's one of my dreams since I've been a little kid, is to win a national championship, and it's cool to get to have this opportunity so young. But, like I said, we got one more week, so we're just trying to lock in and finish it the right way.
Hey, Trevor, there are going to be a lot of people watching you guys play in this national game. Some people are football fans, some people aren't. For those people who are watching and don't know who Trevor Lawrence is, what's one thing you want to let them know about yourself?
One thing is that I love Jesus, and that's the biggest part of my life is my faith. So that would be the one thing I would want people to know.
What do your teammates in your position group mean to you?
My position group, just all the other quarterbacks. We help each other a lot, and it's awesome to have guys like that in your segment, and to have that kind of support. Me, Chase, Ben, Patrick, we all help each other, and me and Chase have grown pretty close throughout the year. Just we room together, and just kind of growing closer to how everything's went down. And he's really the only guy that's still here that was here when I got here. So we've grown that relationship, and obviously Ben too. Ben's a great dude, and we're just all selfless. They're selfless guys and want to help each other.
What was it like watching Chase on 4th and 6 against Syracuse?
It was awesome. I was obviously a little nervous, as anyone would be. 4th and 6, kind of wasn't really thinking at that point, but season on the line, really looking back at it now. So, man, it was just really proud of how he handled everything, how he was just ready to go. He just ready.
So that was your first start, and you get hurt and knocked out as winning closer. Was there, at that point, wondering, okay, can I do this? Am I going to be a good starter, or do you need a few more games to kind of settle in?
I think I think looking back on it now, that's just kind of the way things were supposed to happen. You know, it wasn't just going to be, you know, I start and it's just so easy, you know, just go on and everything goes perfect. So I think that was just something I needed, you know, to kind of realize the opportunity I had and not take it for granted. And yeah.
When did you start feeling really comfortable running some of your teammates and giving their guesses? But I'm curious for you. When did it feel like, okay, I got this? I'm comfortable every time I say play, I know what I'm doing.
I feel like I felt like that throughout the year, but definitely grew more and more probably around NC State or so would probably be the game where I felt the most confident and comfortable.
The game you're coming up on now, they put a lot of the game on their shoulders. It wasn't, hey, Travis is going to run for 300 yards in the day. But how confident are you going in, and how much do you embrace when you are putting in a game like that? Hey, we're going to attack these guys.
You know, I mean, I'm ready to attack them every game, and I think just, you know, it just depends on who you're playing, and then also, like I said, making adjustments in game. You know, obviously Travis is a great running back. We got a good O-line, and just we can really do anything the defense gives us. So it's just about taking what they give us.
How important is that to have an offense that can kind of be whatever it needs to be given the situation?
It's really important. I don't think you can win a championship being one-dimensional. I think you have to be able to run the ball and throw the ball. So just knowing that we can do that is definitely gives us some confidence.
Who do you want to dedicate this game to?
I just want to dedicate this game to my teammates. You know, we've been working really hard for this, and especially these seniors. And just want to, you know, give them the best opportunity to go out on top.
Is this a matchup